the A1C's down. God gave me a fresh start. I had to fix my fork. Got rid of the sweet tooth and all of that pork. And now I'm on a mission to help you too. You must get healthy. God has plans for you. God gave me a fresh start. I had to fix my
And here we are. You know, my home away from home, Gaming Design Remodeling up in Harleysville, PA. And we gonna have some fun today. I'm talking about fun. Because this meal right here is going to be scrumptious. Sweet potatoes. How many of you like sweet potatoes? How many of you have tried purple sweet potatoes? I'm not talking about the purple outside, purple on the inside, rich with all the antioxidants, vitamins, minerals, and the pristine. This is the Cadillac of sweet potatoes. So today that is the star. We're going to stuff the sweet potatoes with a nice sauteed spinach combined with the mushroom, topped off with some parsley, some cilantro. We're going to throw on some of this feta cheese because you know feta makes it better. And we got the black beans that we're going to garnish on the side. Now you can put it on top of the potato, whatever your potato, my potato, whatever you want to do, right? And then you see what this is. The avocado, my favorite, and we got some fresh garlic because everything has to be fresh because that's the way it tastes the best. So we're going to dive right in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the sweet potatoes because they've been in the oven 400 degrees for 45 to 50 minutes. Poke it with a fork. You already know the routine. Make sure it's done. I'm going to pull them out, get the skillet hot and ready, and we're going to dive right into this recipe, man, because I'm excited. Let me grab my pot holders because I like to think my hands are strong enough to just pull it out. These babies have been baking. Oh, man. And what's that? I think they're done. You can hear the sizzle. Safe work in the kitchen, people. Always be safe. I'm gonna give them a little poke. As you see that, all three of them are soft. So what I want to do is I want to remove them out of that bowl without burning myself, right? That way I can make it look pretty for the camera. I knew that pan. See how everything is about safety when in that kitchen too. Don't misjudge anything. You take your time. You ain't got to move at nobody else's pace but yours. And you take all of the hazard stuff out of the way, right? So that's that. Throw that in there for the dishwasher. And then we right back at it. So what you want to do is you want to give these a time to cool so you can cut them open. And then it'll be serving it just like warm. In the meantime, what I'm gonna do is start the prep work and get this stuff cut and ready while I turn this skillet on just to a medium heat. You wanna add your olive oil, whatever your oil is of choice. Put a nice little amount in there. And you know what to do first, right? Just wanna get a clove off of this garlic because you got to infuse the garlic. Nice and easy, right? Somebody saying he got 2 cloves there. Oh, you must be a garlic fan and not a vampire. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do it for 2. Because I like garlic, man. Garlic is such a good thing to, to consume. It's good for the blood, good for the kidneys. Chop, chop, chop. And that's how I like to do it. Garlic, this recipe asks for garlic or onion, right? But you can use what you want. One thing about recipes, people like to stick to the script. And sometimes you can go off script. You can just add whatever you want. You can take away some things. You can add some things. Well, it don't take long. We get the garlic going in there because I know the oil just went in. This kitchen gonna start smelling good. We call a garlic part of the aromatic family, right? So some people love it. We're gonna put this in last. We're gonna do the mushrooms. Just leave them just like they are. I get mine sliced, so I ain't gotta dice them all up. But in the meantime, while that garlic is infusing in that oil, I'm going to cut this cilantro. Now, this recipe calls for parsley, right? Again, modify my version. You put the cilantro, because I love cilantro. I love the flavor of it. Everything cilantro ever hit to me make it pop. And I like to make it pop, right? So we got that ready. Real quick and easy, right? Don't worry about the mess. Just worry about the rest. The recipe. Don't mind me, because I just love talking to you and talking to myself when I'm doing this. I'm just going to dice this parsley up just a little bit, not as fine as sometimes I normally do, because I like to garnish my cuisine and make it look nice and pretty. I eat the stems usually, but if you're a stem person, if you prefer not, it's okay. Just take it away. It's your recipe. It's your food, so it's your choice. Now look at that. The garlic is already starting to move in the background. In the meantime, I'm going to get these avocados ready, because this meal is all, as soon as those potatoes cook, that's the thing about this. That's about the longest thing that you have to do is cook the potatoes. Because once they're done, putting this together is real quick and simple. I do have some black beans that I put in the Instapot earlier. I don't know if you guys know the ratio. It's easy to Google and find out. But I find to every cup of beans, you use 2 cups of liquid. Whether it be chicken broth, basically some water. Whatever you're doing, you spice it up the way you want to get it. I'm going to wipe my hands, because if I was home, I would be licking them, right? Yeah, but you don't want to do that for camera, because everybody's like, oh, that cross-contamination. And they're right? So here you are with the avocado. You slice it any way you want to. I'm going to slice it in little cubes, right? Because I love avocado. I put avocado on everything. That avocado toast, avocado on your salad. Dice it up and find me a nice little bowl. Give me 2 seconds. Because that garlic is smelling delicious. And make sure I move it around in that pan so it doesn't burn, because you can burn garlic. How many of you know that you can burn garlic, right? Burning garlic is a thing. And it seems to be ready, so I'm just going to add these mushrooms in here. That's all you do. That's all this recipe calls for. Now, that's one thing I want to talk to you about in fixing your fork. I live by a certain rule. Bitter is better. Now, I want you to start remembering that. And I'm going to tell you why. People are not really tasting the food. They're tasting the spices, right? They're tasting the sweet, sugar. So when you trying to cure and reverse diabetes, you have to live by that rule. And I'm gonna give you a cheat sheet on that, how to do it easily. I had a client of mine, because I'm a barber in the second job. And a client told me, he was talking about a recipe. And I said, well, what do you put on it? He said, Gene, I don't like to season my food with anything. I said, that's kind of weird. It don't taste like nothing. He said, yes, it does. It tastes like the food I'm eating. And I was like, I had an aha moment. And I was like, I never thought of that. So he's like, yeah, if I eat broccoli, I just want to taste the broccoli. Now, you could taste the broccoli and you could taste the salt or the garlic, whatever you put on there. But he programmed my mind to understand the taste, the quality of the food that you're cooking. And after I started doing that, I realized I enjoyed the foods as they were before I seasoned them. And then I could season them less. Then I could not season them at all. And then all of a sudden the palate, because once it hits your tongue and your taste buds, then it hits the brain, then it tells you it wants to react and connect to that. But once you transform the mind and transform your taste buds, man, I'm telling you, you're gonna be surprised. And taking sodium and sugar out of your diet is essential. It's so good for you. Don't say I never gave you nothing. Besides these good looks. Hey! So here it is. The mushrooms are slightly turning golden brown. And I'm gonna give them just a little bit longer on this medium heat. And then I'm gonna add in your spinach, right? In the meantime, that's that purple flesh that I was talking about. See how the inside of that potato is purple? That's a purple sweet potato. Damn. And they're not quite as cool as I probably need them to be. But the reason for me slicing them is I want to dig out the middle just a little bit. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna plate these. I'm gonna return to this pan and check on these mushrooms. We'll be right back. I'm gonna fix my fork.
1 in 3 adults has prediabetes. This puts them at increased risk for type 2 diabetes, heart attack, and kidney disease. The good news? Prediabetes can be reversed. Follow along with this 1-minute risk test to learn your risk for prediabetes. Are you over 40? That's 1 point. Over 50? That's another. Over 60? Add 1 more. If you're a man, give yourself a point. Family history of diabetes? Add a point. Have high blood pressure? Add another. Not physically active? That's a point. Are you slightly overweight? That's 1 point. Pretty overweight? That's 2. Very overweight? That's 3. A score of 5 or more means you likely have prediabetes, so talk with your doctor. Learn how you can change the outcome at doihaveprediabetes.org.
And we're back. So we're getting ready to add this spinach now, because you know you only have to put spinach in for a little bit. It's going to wilt real quick, so you just want to drop it in, give it a couple turns, and then you're ready to go. So I'm going to pull this over here. Look at that. Huh? You tell me. I know, right? Hey, it's just like I told you it would be. Now, the recipe asks that you sprinkle some parsley in it. Remember, I added the cilantro. It is your recipe, so you can do whatever you like. We're gonna put those in because that's just a little bit more greenery. Mix it around. Oh, you have to listen. Does this camera have a smell? Like, is it possible to get you guys to smell this? I don't know. I just feel like I want to get you to smell it. So how about DM me your address and I'll put it in a little jar and I'll mail it to you. This smell right here. Just the smell, not the food. Just the fragrance. All right, now I'm gonna move over to the potatoes. Is this what you want to do? You want to dig the potato out just a little bit. Right, because it is a loaded potato, so you want to make sure you have something to load. Now, instead of scooping it out, I scoop it out and move it around, right? Because you want it to fall down in the center, but you don't kind of want to lose the potato. See that? Scoop the center, but move it around. You're making the potato soft. I'm gonna do this one right here. I ripped it a little bit with my heavy hands. So how about mashing it down? Because that's another method that I like to use. And give you guys a close-up again of that purple flesh. As you can see, That is a purple in color. That potato is not bad. That potato is good and good for you. And this is how we're gonna do. Now we ready for the star. Now watch this. Watch how pretty I make this. And remember I told you, plate, decorate. That's what I like to do. Give me a second. Clean my hands just a little bit. Now, I bring the plate over here. Always safety first, remember that. Now you want to take the spinach, and some mushrooms. Okay. Now, you see how that's coming along? Now you can see the vision, right? And after you do that, I'm gonna put a little bit more mushrooms. I need a better thing for the mushrooms, so I'm gonna go back to the spatula. Any way you want to get your tools to working for you, you gotta work it. And this is how you do it. You top this off with some more of this feta. Any way you want to do it, right? But you want the presentation to look pretty. A little fresh cilantro, a little bit more parsley, and some avocado. Excuse my hands. And my man gave me some gloves, right? But I didn't put them on. But my hands is clean. That's all you gotta worry about. So now, this is what I'm gonna do for you. The beans. And I don't know how you like to serve your beans, but I'm gonna tell you what. This is how I like to do them. You could put them on top of the potato. I like to put them on the side, just for the profile. I did have a little bowl there. I'm gonna show you how to do it 2 ways. Black bean, because we gotta make this picture worthy. Remember, it's just you. It's whoever you wanna serve this to. They're home, they're waiting for you, waiting for the meal. I don't know if you like your beans with avocado, so I'm gonna just put a few pieces on here, just to make it picture worthy. I'm gonna get me a little bit more of this feta. Just putting the surface there, and there you have it. Simple, right? So zoom on in, and you get this loaded baked potato with your sauteed mushrooms, your fresh spinach. You got the black bean topped off with some avocado and the feta cheese, because remember, feta makes it better. Now we're gonna put this down. I'm gonna get this other plate ready and give me a couple minutes, and we're gonna come in for the review. All right, stay tuned.
Life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome. Prediabetes does. One in 3 adults has prediabetes, and you could be one of them. There are usually no signs for prediabetes, so it's important to understand your risk. With early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. And you can change the outcome. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test today. Go to doihaveprediabetes.org.
And we're back. It's time for the review. Hey, and I got a star host right now, man. I got my main man, Phil Andrews, to tell me if this thing is just a taste or if it's a waste, right? So we're gonna dive right in and we're gonna get to it. Like I said, it was 2 ways to plate this. This is the way with the bowl to make it a little bit more romantic and restaurantish. Or if you just want to put it on the side like Phil has it, right?
Romantic?
Well, not this romance. Ain't no romance here,
Yeah,
but
okay.
you know, this in case you're doing it home for somebody else that you love, right? I love you, but I'm not in love with you. Let's dive in, man. Say a little prayer for myself. Good Lord, bless the food we're about to receive. In Jesus' name, amen. Now, let's get to it.
Well, if it tastes as good as it looks.
You hear that? So I got an A+ on the looks.
Well,
You got my own grade, right?
we already knew what the beans were.
Wow.
Mushrooms are good too.
Talk to me, Phil.
On a scale of 1 to 10, I gotta give this a 10.
You hear that?
It's good. It's all good.
You heard it right here
You can say it from the horse's mouth.
from the horse's mouth. A 10. No need to pretend. This is definitely a 10. You gotta taste the flavors. And I don't know if you ever had the purple sweet potatoes. You can get it from Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, or you can Google it and find out where you can get it in your local market. But you definitely want to taste the difference in the flavors of the purple. How do you feel about the purple? Is your first time having purple sweet potatoes?
It is. When you told me you were making purple sweet potatoes, I thought you were talking about the exterior. I've never seen a sweet potato that's purple on the inside. And guess what? It tastes good too.
It's taste of mine. So there it is. You heard it from me. You heard it from somebody who would tell the truth. Tell it like it is.
Well, I do my best.
Hey, man.
But the textures of this are ridiculous. Very, very good. There's a lot of good nourishment up in here. And I thank you very much for having me come and, fix my fork on your show. Thanks, Gene.
Hey.
Now I gotta go because I gotta eat this.
Hey, we both gotta go because we gotta tear into this. So looking forward to the next episode. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being encouraged and fixing your fork. And we'll see you soon on the next one. Peace.
God gave me a fresh start. I had to fix my phone. Got rid of the sweet tooth and all of that. God has plans for you.